Well, hello there. Welcome to the Peace Country. Dale from Peace Rocks and Garden. As you can see, it's not the nicest day out here. It's a little windy and a little chilly, so I've decided we have all these beasties to slab up that I've collected over the last 6 months. And I just started. So I collected this beastie 3 weeks ago on the Fraser River, just near Fort St. John, or pardon me, Prince George. I was quite enamored and curious because it had this really funky exterior. I knew it was quartz, but I didn't know how far this, whatever this is, penetrated. And I was quite curious about this cream off color, which does kind of permeate through the quartz. Incredibly hard. It took me quite a bit of work to get through with the tile saw, and it's not bad shape. So that's what we're up to today. I thought I'd make a video where I had to cut this in half, as I will with some of the other bigger ones, rotating the actual rock by hand, because the saw is just not enough to do it in one pass. And we're going to bust out this little gizmo, the Slabbosaurus. I've heard rumors that you can't get this anymore online, which is an absolute shame. I hope that's not the case, but if you find one of these for sale, buy it. It is a handy gizmo. And I have a video up on my channel if you're interested. I'll put a link down below. But I'll leave it there and we'll come back after I get some stuff slabbed up. I might take the odd picture here of this guy in use. And I'll share with you where I get to. See you in a minute. Okay, so this is what it looks like all put in the Slabbosaurus. So you adjust those. You tighten it down with the nut right there. And as you can see, in my previous video, I do take my little grinder and grind off some spots for these to actually get a good grip, so that I can maximize the rock. It's always best, as a side note, if you invent anything like this, to try and fit the whole rock in so that you feed it and you can get an equal cut all the time. These are a little bit varied, right? Because I had to adjust the rock every time. So if you can get it set up in the first place on a rock that is a little bit smaller or will fit in your saw, it's best to start and just work all the way through the rock with one go, one setting. Be back in a minute. All right, so that one's all slabbed up. I gotta say, it's quite an interesting rock. Very hard. Holy smokes, took me 45 minutes to do this. But there's my tail pieces right there. That's all I have. That's kind of, I wouldn't call it waste, because I'll take the hand grinder and get that ready, and it'll just go into the tumbler. But these other ones here, I don't know what quite I'm going to do with yet. But there we go. And the nice thing is that I do have various degrees. So I've got some very thin ones, and I got some thick ones, so I can do whatever I want. That, again, an advantage of that guy is you can kind of adjust it on the saw, and you get uniform cuts, where when you do it by hand, sometimes you'll get one edge that's thicker than the other and what have, which in itself isn't too big of a deal unless you're wanting to do anything that, like cabochons typically aren't a big deal because you're grinding them anyways. But if you're doing coffee platters or anything else of that like, you kind of want it as uniform as possible. Anyways, that's this rock. We'll put another one in there and cut it up, and I'll be back in a bit. I'll actually end the video there, just so that they're not too long. I will add a link to my channel below, so you can check out some of the other rock cutting videos that I've done up. I'll be posting more in the next few weeks. So if you enjoyed this content, please hit the like. If you're interested in the other stuff, what goes on up here in the Peace region in northeastern BC, subscribe and enjoy. Cheers.